Okay, hey. So if you're just clicking on this video, I strongly suggest you go watch last week's video because that's like part one of the video, and this is part two. So if you don't want to miss out on anything, go check out the first video first. If you already saw the first video, then just ignore this part.
New day. Good morning. Bright and early, about to go whitewater rafting. Yeah.
I didn't have any footage from this because we weren't allowed to bring any like recording devices and I didn't bring a GoPro. So yeah, you'll be enjoying a whole bunch of pictures of me and my sister who went whitewater rafting. So whitewater rafting was a whole experience. First off, we got dressed in these wetsuits and like fleeces and these things that were supposed to kind of keep water out but didn't really. And basically all we did was paddle down this river, and oh my gosh, the water was so cold because it was all glacier runoff. And then yeah, so we just like went through a whole bunch of rapids. Apparently they're like class 3 or 4 rapids. I'm not entirely sure. Also included in our package, we went cliff diving, which was another whole experience. And I was very scared, but you know, I did it anyways because when else am I ever gonna cliff dive? The water was so cold. Like before then, I was like reasonably dry. After that, I was soaking wet, okay? It was terrible. It was so cold. As soon as I hit the water, my arms were so numb that it was really hard to swim. But you know, I kind of had to swim because otherwise I wouldn't make it out of the river. And then on the way to Calgary, we saw a whole bunch of horses, which was really cool.
Whitewater rafting was so cold. It was really fun, but then uh, we went cliff diving too because it was part of the package. And I jumped off of a 10-foot and a 30-foot cliff. I was really scared, but my sister made me do it. So, you know, yay for peer pressure. And then we hopped on a car to get to Calgary, which is where we are now, to eat some lunch and also to pick up my sister's boyfriend who flies in at like 9:30. And I just got up from a nap because I napped all the way from Canmore to Calgary after whitewater rafting, and I'm really cold. The water was so cold. It was like freezing. Not freezing because it wasn't ice, but it was really close to freezing.
To kill some more time, we went to the military museum. It was so much fun. It was so cool. There was so much information, and it was really nice to see other countries' involvements in different wars and things because we're not normally taught about it in American history. And then we headed back to Canmore. The next day, we went to the natural cave and basin. Let me tell you, you can't see it or like feel it or experience it in video, but let me tell you, this smelled so bad because there was so much sulfur coming out that it smelled a lot like boiled eggs, and it was just really strong and it was everywhere. It was really bad. But then we saw these like endangered snails. They're actually really small, and like every bump you see is a snail. There are a lot, but like they're endangered, so that was pretty cool. And then afterwards, my sister had the wonderful idea of hiking Tunnel Mountain. So if you don't know, Tunnel Mountain is just like this mountain that you can hike up. But I was very mad up the entire way. And also, oh, hey look, a Canadian flag. Wow!
Hello. People think it's a good idea to hike Tunnel Mountain, but I am dying. It's all uphill. I might die.
Spoiler alert, I did not die. When I get tired, I tend to get a little bit teeny tiny over dramatic. So, yeah.
你别穿一下，我先试试这个。这样行吗？
Made it.
On the way down, we encountered some cow elk, and apparently they're really dangerous, so we had to like wait for them to get out of the way. I also forgot to mention, but as we went higher up, it got colder, which wasn't good because, say it with me, I'm from the south.
Last day in Banff. It's really cold.
So for the last day in Banff, we decided to be the basic tourist, and we went to all the basic tourist places like Lake Louise and Marine Lake. I understand why these places are so popular because They are breathtaking. We also saw this bird trying to take someone's clothes. I guess everyone just enjoys a sense of style. So then we went to Moraine Lake, and honestly, I think Moraine Lake was so much cooler, mainly because the lake was still frozen, so we could like walk on the lake, and me, being from the south, has never experienced that before. So it was really fun, and it was like so nice. It was still really cold, but like after we jumped a couple of times, it was like starting to get warmer. And for our final Banff touristy thingy that we did, we went on the Banff gondola. It was super nice.
I think our last thing is the Banff gondola. It's actually really high, so I'm really excited. I'm waiting for everyone there in the bathroom. Bear butt.
So if you go after a certain time, your tickets are cheaper. But actually, I really like the time that we went because we could see like the sunset from the mountain, and it was so pretty. I love mountains, and they make you seem so small, and they're just like so majestic. I don't know. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Just so you know, it's very cold at the top of a mountain, so I don't know. Be prepared, I guess. Look, another Canadian flag. It was a great final farewell to the Banff Parks. We spent a lot of time up there just like looking at the scenery. It was so calm, it was so beautiful. And then afterwards we had to go down because it was like 9:30 and the Banff gondola closes at like 9:30, and my parents were worried about getting stuck at the top of the mountain, even though that probably would never happen. You know, they kind of don't want a lawsuit, I guess, but yeah, it was so pretty going up and down, and the sunset, oh my gosh! So then we headed back to where we were staying, and I tried to enjoy the last bits of mountain that I would be seeing for a very long time, and then we headed to sleep because we had to get up at like 2 in the morning to make our flight. Isn't that fun?
Hey, good morning. I'm vlogging on my phone because I'm too lazy to get my camera out of my bag. We're at the airport. We got up at 2:30 and then left at 3, drove to Calgary, and now we're at the airport.
And then we flew to Dallas. It was fun.
Hey, it's kind of loud here because of the escalators, but we're in Dallas now. The flight here was kind of painful, but yeah, our second flight from Dallas to New Orleans got delayed. So now I'm going on a walk, and by walk I mean, I don't know, I'm just going wherever. I think I'm just gonna take the Skylink for fun.
And then the final flight home was actually one of the worst flights I've ever been on. Not because like the flight itself was bad, but because it was less than an hour. My ears started hurting a lot, and by the time it was over, I kind of lost hearing in my left ear, and I was kind of not happy about it. And true to Jenny's style of video, I did not film an outro. Yay! So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching my vacation trip thingy. It was super fun to go on and to record and to edit, just like looking back on it. Brought back so many great memories. It was super nice. Anyways, if you liked this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week with another video. Bye!